Okay, I can't believe we're here. We are at our final video. It's so bittersweet, but I have a little feeling inside me that this won't be the very last course or workshop that you take with me. So I think we'll be spending some more time together, and I'm really excited about that. It means so much to me. If you haven't already, please hop in my free community over on Facebook. It's the Wildly Creative Women clubhouse over on Facebook. It's free. It's super lighthearted. It's a very gentle, open, creative place where you can come and just be. You can share your work. You can ask questions. You can meet other creative women from all walks of life. It is a small, intimate community filled with women that I have almost all of them personally met. Hopefully, that'll be you too soon, whether it be through work or different workshops we've attended together, different things like that. So, anyway, I just wanted to extend that invitation to you. We would love to have your voice inside that community. Please come share your creativity tips. Come share your struggles with imposter syndrome or comparisonitis or whatever it might be, and just join in the sisterhood with us. We would love to have you there. But today I did want to wrap up our video series by talking just for a moment with you about outsourcing. If you are anything like me, this is probably one of the areas of the greatest resistance that you'll feel in when it comes to scaling your business. And do you have to outsource? I mean, no, you don't have to do anything, but it will completely change things for you in such a positive way. And I really don't want to see you miss out on the beauty that can come from outsourcing. I just started to do it again last year, and it had been quite a big gap between the last VA that I hired several years ago. And in this process of bringing May, my wonderful assistant, into the fold, I had to really, first of all, I went through a lot of leadership training, so that helped over the years. And now I've even got tons of leadership content, my goodness. And so that really opened my eyes, and I realized that I wasn't actually providing, I think, the proper training to VAs or team members before. So I was essentially setting them up to fail, and that wasn't on purpose, but in reality, it was my responsibility. So the reason that those initial VAs did not work out, that was on me. The quality of work they were churning out was nothing like what I wanted or expected, but that's because I didn't set the proper expectations and I didn't provide training to allow them to do that. I just expected them to come to the table ready to go, and that wasn't realistic or fair. This time around, I pulled together, whether recording them myself or grabbing links to ones I knew about, I pulled together training, like weeks worth of training, from mindset to skill sets for my VA. And there's ongoing training that I provide her with as well now. And I cannot believe the difference. This is completely, now I want to give so much credit to May herself. She's incredible. She's just been the greatest delight to have on board. I'm just in love with her. I don't ever want it to live without May again. In fact, maybe that's the real danger of outsourcing, because when you fall in love with team members, it's hard to imagine what your life and business will be like without them again. Of course, my mission is to empower May to be able to do all the things she wants to do in her life. So I'm making sure I set her up with every skill set that she might need or want for every journey that she wants to go on. I'm doing my very, very best to do that, make sure she's set up to go wherever she wants to go in her professional journey. But for now, I am doing everything I can to make sure she's supported by a lot of training. Of course, she gets paid for that, but it is well worth the investment to have her all trained up. So now that she's able to replicate a tremendous amount of my old tasks. They're now my old tasks. I don't even have to worry about these things anymore. I can't tell you what that feels like. It is, first of all, being able to train someone and have them implement those skills and really be able to integrate them and use them. That is so rewarding. It was like, oh, this is why teachers do this. Like, oh, that's what that feels like. Wow. And especially as a woman that doesn't have children and won't be having children, it's kind of a really special feeling to be able to mentor and teach someone through things and to have it actually stick and apply and have them like really grow and flourish. It's such a beautiful miracle to get to witness, and I feel so lucky that I have been able to do that and have this experience with May. I'm unbelievably grateful for her. She's such a gift. So I want to encourage you to open your heart and your mind to outsourcing and the idea that if it hasn't worked out for you in the past, is there a potential that maybe the right training was not in place? So let's say you wanted to outsource some of these tasks. Well, that's part of why I created this video series so that you could hand it off to your VA and train them on what needs to be done and train them on the theory and the concepts of repurposing your evergreen blog posts into this brilliant signature offer suite of not just products, but blogs and content that all together creates a more holistic, rounded solution for your audience. And when you do that, that's when you really start to break into category queen status and dominate niche after niche. So I hope that this was encouraging for you. I hope that you will at least, even if you don't feel ready, you will at least leave your heart and your mind open to the idea of trying to outsource at least one portion of a project this year. I know that you're capable of doing that. I know that you're capable of having an amazing experience doing that, even if it is a challenge to find the right person. I know you're capable. And I think that so many of us wait to do this because we create all these scripts and stories in our head about all the things that could go wrong. And could things go wrong? Yeah, of course. Of course they could, but that's part of this whole thing. And when you find the right person, when you find the right fit, things go so right in your business. I mean, I know how guilty you feel a lot of the time when you sit down to binge something on Netflix at 2 in the afternoon when you feel like you're supposed to be working on your business, but the reality is you're exhausted. And so then you sit down and you're watching and you're trying to enjoy it, but in reality, in the back of your mind, you're like shaming yourself because you should be at work, right, doing these things. But imagine if while you were resting, your VA was actually hitting all those milestones that you had scheduled for yourself. So you could rest and the work was still getting done. And by you resting, you knew you were nurturing your mindset and your creativity and your neurological system so that you would be able to show up to your work at your best, fully stepping into your ethics, fully stepping into your power, fully rested. Nothing, no balls are getting dropped. Everything's happening, and you've finally taken control by letting go. What would that be like? Yeah, I know it's possible for you, but I know it's also not the only way. If you want to truly stay solo without contractors, I'm not going to shame you about that either. That is completely up to you. So anyway, I hope that you have really enjoyed this time with me as we have learned to repurpose our blog posts. It's been a doozy. It's been a lot of fun though, and I know that there are incredible things that you're going to be able to do with your content, your voice, your business, your impact if you do follow these simple steps to bottle your brilliance and scale with soul. I hope that you won't be a stranger around Scaling with Soul and that you've subscribed to the newsletter, that you will come back and check out everything that I've got to offer. The products rotate seasonally and they are limited editions. So you're definitely going to want to come back regularly to see what the new drops are. They're always rotating in and out, and most of them are one-timers. So you will not be able to get them again. The planners alone, things like the daily planners, the affirmation cards, stuff like that. Yeah, those are big favorites, especially with the unique designs and storylines that I like to put with them. So anyway, I hope you won't be a stranger. I hope at least you'll hang out on the YouTube channel too. That would be awesome. I am so focused on trying to grow my subscribers over on the YouTube this year as my husband and I venture out into the unknown wild and really just chase our hearts and our wild spirits while trying to show you how possible it really is to scale with soul. Thank you so much for being here. I love you with all my heart, and I will see you soon.